Okay, gentlemen, you had your instructions in the dressing room. The only thing I'll remind you of now is when I tell you stop, what that means is stop whatever you're doing, give me a clean break. Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Gentlemen, let's do this.
Welcome to ESPN3's coverage of Golden Boy Boxing on ESPN. I'm Bernardo Osuna, joined by Bernard Hopkins, future Hall of Famer and Golden Boy Boxing partner. So, B-Hop, we've got two young fighters in Emilio Sanchez and Jose Bustos. Bustos is 25, but he's got a lot of experience, and Emilio Sanchez just getting his sea legs as a professional boxer.
Yeah, Sanchez, he looks like a straight-up fighter, but he's going to be the one coming forward just because his age and, he's the really prospect, and he's going to try to show that he belongs here and that he's going to be here for a long time.
His first fight of 2017 as he's looking to establish his jab early on. They call Jose Bustos the Flash out of Ciudad Juarez, Chihuahua. And when you hear Ciudad Juarez, you know that it's going to be a tough opponent. Those guys come in here to give you a bout.
Well, absolutely. They want to show their dominance, and they also want to establish, what they worked on, the jab, the right hand, the uppercut. And you're going to see this as the fight goes on. Who established those jabs and who established, the right hand. And that's what's going to dictate and probably be the outcome of the fight, who wins and who loses.
Good 1-2 to get started by Emilio Sanchez, who you were saying wants to establish himself, wants to establish that distance, not allow Jose Bustos, who's somewhat shorter and has a reach disadvantage, to get inside. You can tell that's what the Flash wants to do.
Well, he's not that short, Bernardo, but he's an inch or two, maybe shorter, but that is not going to be the factor, I don't think. I think the factor is going to be who changes their game plan in the heat of the battle, and that's where the leverage comes, whether it's Flash, whether it's Sanchez. That's going to be the fight right now. It's a tug of war on who's going to establish from round one until the fight ends.
27 professional bouts for Jose Bustos at age 25. Not too much for a fighter out of Ciudad Juarez, while Emilio Sanchez is 14-0 with 9 knockouts. So this is the type of fighter who can give you some good work at this stage of your career.
Yeah, definitely push you to that limit where it shows whether you have it or you don't, or need to work on it later. But later is too late right now. You have to go ahead and make it happen now. And you see the 1-2 punch combination by Sanchez. This is, again, the 1-2 again. He's setting it up from the front. He's got his air, he got his focus on, and he's coming straight down pipe. And
now he's following it up with a left hook. So not only is it the 1-2 combination, now the uppercut with the right. He's putting his punches together as you would expect for a young prospect.
Oh, absolutely, and that shows the talent, of Sanchez, is to stay focused, keep his hands up high, and still continue to throw the punches that's landed. That is the 1-2, the jab, the right hand. I like to see him throw a left hook behind that, maybe to the body, and then Bernardo come up to the head with the same left hook.
Nice 1-2 combination, and you can tell that he got good work sparring, because Jesse Magdaleno, the world champion, and the Olympian Michael Conlon have been his sparring partners at The Rock for this particular camp. So that good work showing early here as we go to our first break on ESPN3. Round 2 between Emilio Sanchez, who's wearing the black trunks trimmed in red, and Jose Bustos, wearing the pink trunk with black trim. And B-Hop in the corner, Jose Bustos' trainer was saying, you're letting him get off first. You need to use your feints and make him pay.
Yeah, Jose let him get off first, but I don't think he can really stop that. I think he really has to do now is just try to get what he can get from Sanchez. I think that if he starts throwing little punches like there, let his punches go. When Sanchez throw punches, he has to let his punches go also. While both guys are throwing punches, one going to land on either side. But you take that chance, Bernardo.
Now you see the hooks putting in good work on Bustos, and Emilio Sanchez finding a target, whether it be the body, and now he's the target of the counter punches for Jose Bustos because he's staying a little too long, it would seem.
Well, Sanchez also is getting hit with a good body shot, but he must go ahead and continue now to throw those combinations, but also put the left hook behind it when he stops. And if he do that, he's going to get more out of the punch that he's landing, just 1 or 2.
2 left hooks there from Emilio Sanchez, who still works part-time at Home Depot, makes his way over to The Rock gym for great sparring, so boxing is his life. He really loves doing this, and he seems to be pretty good at it. There he goes with the jab to the body, mixing things up, and that's what you want to see in a young fighter.
You do. He's stabbing to the body. Just seen him work off the ropes with a right hand, left hook. I mean, the jab is what I'm really impressed about, because whenever he throws a combination, he comes right back to the jab, Bernardo. And you can watch. He put that jab out there, then he set up a right hand either straight down the pipe, like he just did with the left hook behind it.
A three-punch combination there, and he's not afraid to use the lead right, because he's established his jab now, so he's opening up avenues for attack against the Flash. Jose Bustos, nice uppercut there. So varied attack so far from Emilio Sanchez, who's 10-0 with 6 knockouts in his last 10 fights. But it's that right that's really shaking Bustos so far.
Yeah, it is, because, you know, he's predictable. He's throwing jabs now with some speed, but just throwing them out there. But he's going to get countered. He's going to get countered by Sanchez when he throws those light punches or slow punches over the top of the right hand, just like that right now.
There it is, the lead right once again working for Emilio Sanchez, who is just setting up power shots now. He's settling his feet, he's going for it, and so far Jose Bustos unable to capitalize on Emilio Sanchez being a little bit more static, as he seems to want to finish the show early on in this bout that's scheduled for 8 here at the Cosmo in Las Vegas.
Because right now he's Lord headhunting a little bit, and he needs now to go ahead and take a left hook or right hand to the body to try to mix up things.
Starts off with the jab. That's been what's worked for him so far, and that's opened up other combinations, but he stands there and he gets tagged to the body, and B-Hop, he goes to the body, and now he finds the top is completely open.
Well, he must have heard his trainer, or must have heard me and you talking to him, because he went right to the body early in this round. And you know what? He went to the body again, and he's going 2 shots to the body, left and right hand.
And that
Exchange
opens
right
up the head for him to go with a right hook. So a little bit of blood on the nose of Emilio Sanchez. Seems like it's his own. Bustos is a tough guy.
Really tough. You know, you kill the body, the head will fall. And he's working the body to bring the hands down, and he'll have a better target because he's faster, he's younger, and he's getting off quick.
This is an 8-round fight here at the Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas. A nice wide left hook and a 1-2 combination, putting his punches together well for such a young fighter.
Now he's throwing it down, he's taking, you know, he's ranging his punches. He's actually sharpshooting his punches straight down with the right hand, the jab in the right hand. Really is a 1-2 basic fight. 1-2, 1-2, then sometimes you throw the left hook. Right now he's covering up good. He's blocking most of the shots, set for the uppercut.
Now, he doesn't have a lot of lateral movement, and I mean that in terms of Emilio Sanchez. And as he progresses in level of opposition, that could prove to be something that needs to be improved.
Yeah, because you don't want to give your guy no chance on getting those punches through, like he just got hit with a 3-4 punch combination. You don't want to give him no chance. Wherever you have him at, you want to keep him there.
Now it's Bustos who comes back with a jab of his own. Sanchez able to neutralize him and set him up for that 1-2 shot. And Bustos now looks towards the referee. Robert Burton said, hey, that's a headbutt.
And got hit. Bustos got hit because he didn't protect himself at all times. He looked at the referee for help, and he got hit with a left hook.
You can't be the referee in the ring. You got to take care of your business and let your corner do their job and let the referee do theirs.
Well, if you want to be the referee and the fighter in the fight, that's your problem. You got to do what you have to do.
And you pay the price, right?
Yes, you will. And he did.
Bustos still looking to stalk Emilio Sanchez, but a lot of skill, some pop from Sanchez early on in this fight.
I like to see Sanchez throw a little bit more jabs and a little bit more combinations, because now, you know, Huso got used to him throwing the punches that he's been hit with, you know, for the first couple of rounds. He now needs to go ahead and start mixing other punches up.
Good end to round 3 from the Cosmo. Back here at the Cosmo in Las Vegas, alongside future Hall of Famer Bernard Hopkins, I'm Bernardo Osuna, as we have Emilio Sanchez, the undefeated prospect out of the Valley in Los Angeles, California, taking on Ciudad Juarez' own Jose Bustos, and so far so good thanks to the speed and accuracy of Emilio Sanchez.
Emilio Sanchez is just, you know, he has all the tools, Bernardo, to go as far as he can in his boxing, because he's now doing another really different, better strategy. And that different strategy is the 1-2 and moving. He's not standing right there to get hit or countered. You know, either way, you know, hit on the shoulders, hit on the stomach. He's moving, giving the target a little more, giving it a little bit more difficult to hit him.
And I think in the second round is where he got hit, got his nose bloodied. Now he's proven that he can be in a fight, but that's what you want, a young fighter to make adjustments. But that right hand, once again, finding a target in the head of Bustos, who is just taking a lot of punishment now. Big power shots.
A three-punch combination that set up those punches. Jab, right hand, and then it was a left foot, Bernardo. This is what his corner been telling him, and he came right out throwing that punch, a straight left hand, right hand, and that he need to continue to throw that straight right hand, but pit the left hand to the body, and we'll see something different. A different reaction will come from his opponent.
You talked about working to the body, and do you see a little bit of leaning in from the Flash Jose Bustos now as the fight progresses?
I see leaning in based on trying to establish a jab and maybe go to the body, but yes, do he lean over his left foot? Yes, and his balance is off. And when you do that, you can't react to Sanchez quickly to get out of the way.
And that's why that right hand continues to land, whether it be a right cross, an uppercut, with those left hooks now doubling up, and that sets up another right hand. Flash Bustos really able to take a ton of punishment early on in this fight.
But even though Sanchez is throwing much harder and cleaner punches, he's the one right now that got blood coming from, I think, his left or right nostril.
I think it's his right nostril since round 2, so he's got his nose bloodied. This is a fight that he's in. And like we said earlier, this is the type of opponent who can really test you. And if Sanchez isn't up to task, he's going to really be proven here tonight, because we're about halfway through this 8-round fight, and so far so good for him, but Bustos has the potential to change this fight at any moment.
Sanchez has to keep his energy. He has to use it in the right way, because the pressure is going to continue to come.
Bustos there letting out a primal scream because he landed a good left hook, but then Sanchez says, you land that, but I'm going to land the moneymaker. Here's my right as he shakes him in the center of the ring here at the end of round 4. Bernardo Osuna alongside future Hall of Famer and Golden Boy boxing partner Bernard Hopkins here from the Chelsea at the Cosmo in Las Vegas, and this will be the 6th time that Sanchez is beyond 4 rounds. Is it because he's facing tougher opposition, B-Hop, or is it something technically that he's doing in the ring?
No, he's facing tougher and more talented competition. And let me tell you one thing, too. They just came both came out aggressive, throwing punches. They both connected. And this is the round until the fight ends. Either way, it's going to show a lot about both guys, especially Sanchez.
Well, Sanchez there takes a nice left hook from Jose Bustos, who you know is going to be there all night long. Bustos, this is the type of fight that he's used to fighting. The question is, can Emilio Sanchez answer the bell and continue to connect against a fighter who's now pressuring him?
Well, he seems to be doing that now, and that's what I think he's going to continue to do. I don't think he knows no other way. And this is going to be really a telling of both guys' conditions and how bad they want to win this fight and where they're at going forward.
Manny Robles trains Emilio Sanchez, really appreciates this young man's talent, what he does in the gym, be it with Michael Conlon, the Olympian, or with world champion Jesse Magdaleno. You know he's going to get good work in the sparring sessions at the Rock, and he's putting all that to the test here against Bustos, who's now bleeding from the mouth and taking a lot of right-handed shots. A nice right hook followed by an uppercut as Sanchez is putting punches together.
But Sanchez didn't figure it out yet because he never went to the body in those exchanges, Bernardo. He's not throwing punches to the body. You kill a body to hit a fall. Obviously, he know that he cannot hurt him with one shot, because it would have happened already. He need to go to the body, like what's been done to him now.
Yep,
is what he should have been doing.
Bustos lands 2 left hooks to the body that opens up the right, and he punishes the young Emilio Sanchez, who's paying the price, maybe rookie mistakes happening inside the ring.
And Bustos is keeping a straight, focused face, relentless, coming to you, trying to break your will mentally and then physically with the punches. Look at his stare. Look at his straightforward approach.
That's the body work once again from Bustos, who then connects an uppercut. And if you see the fighters, you would think that Bustos is getting the better of Emilio Sanchez.
Sanchez just got hurt in that corner. He just got hurt with a 3-punch combination, and he's fighting back on heart and skill.
You can see it in his legs so far. Youth helps him in this situation. The fact that he hasn't been in so many punishing fights, but nonetheless, he's going to have a lot of work to do when round 6 begins after this bell. Referee Robert Bird waiting on the commissioner or the inspector to allow the fighters out of the corner. And Bustos is ready to go. I mean, I think after that 5th round, he's got a 2nd win, B-Hop.
Well, yeah, Bustos right now is confident. He's coming, he's fresh. And knowing he sees blood, he smells blood. And he's coming straight forward. But he's going to take some shots early. And if he can survive them, then Sanchez is going to have to really, really dig down and fight smart and hard.
Once again, he goes back to what worked for him. Emilio Sanchez establishing that jab, this time to the body, but Jose Bustos hasn't changed at all since round 1. He's stalking, he's coming forward. It's Sanchez who really has dropped off a little bit.
Bustos' strength is have Sanchez against the ropes, not in the middle of the ring, because he's going to be outspeed, outgunned, and out-youth. He has to keep him on the ropes.
Reach over with that right, but he gets caught with the right of his own. It's just Sanchez has 2 3-punch combination answers to the one shot that Bustos can land, although Bustos, especially when he goes to the body, can do some damage.
Well, that's why he should get focus on the body more than throwing one shot, because he's getting shots in, but he's not getting enough.
Volume-wise, it's Emilio Sanchez who's doing more damage. And here we see the 3-punch combination, exactly what we're talking about. 3 shots to the head, but the body work is lacking. 2 different philosophies on how to win this fight.
This is a tough fight for both guys, because they both throw in combinations that can hurt each other. And you know what? This is the fight that had the writing on the wall. You've seen, you know, one guy coming in with a lot to prove, a young guy coming in to establish that he's here, and he's throwing a right uppercut, and a right hook turned into a right uppercut. That is a pro veteran move.
Yep, that's a B-Hop type move, when you're able to adjust on the fly and connect an uppercut that really shook Jose Bustos and stopped him in his tracks. If he could do more of that, maybe use a little bit more feints, we could see a far better developed fight plan from Emilio Sanchez, but there's no doubt that the talent is there.
Well, we know who the matador and who's the bull in this fight. And you know what? The bull is going to continue to come. And Sanchez is going to have to figure it out. He's just about there, but not there to relax. He cannot relax at no time in this fight.
This is the schoolhouse. This is the classroom where young fighters learn that you can't just stand there and go toe-to-toe against veteran, hard, tough fighters like Jose Bustos. And now we see the lateral movement from Emilio Sanchez, looking to get away from the body work of Jose Bustos. Round 6 coming to an end. This fight is scheduled for 8 as Sanchez and Bustos decide to go toe-to-toe. This is the 4th undefeated fighter that has been matched up against Jose Bustos. He lost to Oscar Negrete, who was 13-0, to Lamont Roach when he was 8-0, to Christopher Pitufo Diaz, who was 9-0 at the time. He was the only one that was able to stop Jose Bustos. So that speaks to the toughness of this fighter. And in his corner, they were saying, hey, you've proven in the last 2 rounds that you can fight with this guy. Go get it.
Well, yeah, Bernardo, you let me know what they were saying in Spanish, because I have no clue. But let me tell you, exactly. I mean, look, the talent is there. He's showing everything that everybody expect. You know, I just want to see a little bit more, you know, aggressive, a little bit more body shots. And, you know, let the punches go in different combinations. Not the same old thing every round, because your opponent, your guy, whether it's Sanchez or whether it's Russo, they all know what they're doing to each other, and they know what they got to avoid.
Lateral movement here from Emilio Sanchez, but Jose Bustos is able to cut down the ring, and the footwork of Emilio Sanchez not as crisp as it was early on.
Yeah, but his foot movement, the way it is now, is still going to be a problem for Jose, because he's not really off the ball movement fighter. He's a flat-footed, come forward, and he's always going to be behind the 8 ball. And that's what Sanchez, right now, will throw combinations and get body shots in when he can.
And it's that. When he throws a body shot, it completely changes the complexion of his attack and what Jose Bustos is able to do. But Bustos always comes back. No matter how hard Sanchez hits him, Bustos is standing right there. You've been a young fighter. You've been a veteran fighter who hits a guy, and you can't believe the guy's still coming. How does that feel for a fighter like Sanchez?
Well, first of all, you better be a younger fighter than an older fighter because you don't have to be behind the 8 ball. I mean, it could be frustrating if you not used to having punches coming at you where you got to react a certain way. If you're an older fighter, in this case, you see the older guy reaction as far as with Sanchez, and it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling, but you got to work it out. You got to figure it out, and that's what you do when you're in the gym. That's what you do when you're at a fight.
Well, we've talked about this series being about no soft touches, and definitely Jose Bustos, despite his record of 11 wins, 7 defeats, and 3 draws, is no soft touch, and Emilio Sanchez is finding that out as Bustos is already putting him in the corner and trying to go to town. So this is the type of fight that a young fighter like Sanchez needs. No easy touches, no quick knockouts. This is what boxing is about.
Yes, I mean, it's about knowing where your guy's at. Look at the right hand, the left hand, the right, the left foot behind it. He's going to continue now to see can he stop the guy.
There you go, the right hand doing damage here at the end of round 7 as both fighters decide to give it their all as only 3 minutes are left in this fight. We'll stay here with Emilio Sanchez going to hear instructions from Manny Robles.
Punches linger on to the next round. Here you go here now. You see 3, 4 punches, combinations. That lingers on to the next round. And you see the uppercut. Then you see another uppercut and the left foot behind it.
Yeah, that's a great combination because he had everything, the lead right and then the follow-up punches, and that's exactly what you want from a young fighter in the 7th round if you're in that corner. You know that he's got the heart, you know he's got the lungs for it. Now does he have the desire to really go out there and do it?
Well, he has a desire. Look, this is the 7th round. It's an 8-round fight, and he's going back to listening to his trainer. Throw the uppercut, throw the left hand, and this is the 7th round, and look at him. When you see that, you know the potentials are very high for Sanchez.
All right, it's round 8, so this is it. Both guys giving it their all, and here Bustos stands in a little too long, and Sanchez takes advantage of it as he drops Jose Bustos for the first time in this fight. No, it's over. It's over, says Robert Byrd, the referee. This was a war. He didn't give him a count. He didn't give him a chance. Are you good with the stoppage, B-Hop?
Well, I think he could have got the consideration to see was he okay. I think the stoppage was a little too premature because he didn't get hit with a big shot. He got hit with the combinations of being overwhelmed. So, no, I think Bird, I respect him, but I think he could have gave him a little warning.
I agree. I mean, he got dropped, but he wasn't hurt. I mean, it was just a bunch of punches here as we take a look at it.
This is a perfect example right here. Like 1-2 shots got in, but nothing. That right hand was in the second right hand, but I didn't see anything where he at least see can he beat the count, and if he can beat the count, then ask him is he okay where he's at. Maybe come forward to me, and then you would know that he is ready to fight again. I think he got more overwhelmed than actually hit with a shot that he was completely out. Right now, I think he's still conscious. I think he's getting hit with shots, but both guys are tired. I don't think they're hard shots. I just think they're shots that got there.
Yeah, it's not like there was one big shot at the end that put him down. It was just an accumulation of punches. He goes down, not taking anything away from Emilio Sanchez. He did his job. He went out there, he punished Jose Bustos. It just, after such a rough fight, I think we were correct in saying that Bustos deserved the benefit of the doubt. At least look him in the eyes and see how he was. And he never got that opportunity. Emilio Sanchez improves to 15-0, and now he has 10 knockouts as a professional as we go up to the ring with Joe Martinez and the particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at the official time, 51 seconds, round number 8. Referee Robert Byrd puts a halt to the bout. Your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Emilio the Kid Sanchez.
So there you have Emilio Sanchez improving to 15-0, winning by technical knockout. here in Las Vegas. You can't go wrong. Roll the dice. These two guys gave us a great fight. We'll be back with more action here from the Cosmo in Las Vegas.